No. Oh, wow. Well, Jake, we're here, man.
We're here.
Best day of the week is here. Day 6 of football month in America.
This is heaven.
Absolutely. Maction in action today. It's a big trade. We just revived the draft pod single-handedly.
Let's go.
Amazing.
We're back in the conversation for top 20 prospects.
We're back in. That's going to be an amazing episode that we put out Friday, breaking down all those prospects. Yaya is like the most important person at all of DNVR today. Kale has a day off. Allie's on vacation. So Yaya's straight up running the show right now. He's got it down. I planned a lot of things for this show. I'm the captain. Yeah, he is the captain now. I was thinking I would break out paint and try to draw up a cartoon of Jake so we could put that on the show. Didn't get that happen. I wanted to write a Twitter post about Yaya being the guy in charge today at DNVR. That didn't happen. Lots going on. It's the first of the month. A lot goes on. Big fiscal deadline.
Yeah, big day for you
big
also.
Big day for me. So lots going on, but I'm glad to be here, man. How'd those picks go yesterday?
I think I went 2-1. The only one I missed on. I'm doing okay. I missed on the Tyler Boyd longest reception one. We hit over on the Nick Chubb yards, which, as I said yesterday, I think I'm just going to bet that every week for the rest of my life now. And we went over on the DPJ receptions, over 2.5. He was cooking early. That was an easy one.
I just want to say that nice. Chubb touchdown would have hit too.
That's right. Yep.
It's day 6 of football month in America. That was unexpected.
Yeah.
Lots of people could not wait to shit all over Zach Taylor on that one.
I mean, he's kind of had it coming. He recovered last year on that run and got them in, and people stopped talking about it. But go back 2 years ago in his first year at head coach. I mean, he didn't have Burrow, but it was not great.
Yeah, not great. We also announced we're going to be open for all these World Cup games. That's exciting. Partnering with the Rapids on that. Had to keep that on the hush-hush until now, so that's exciting. Yeah, man, lots of good things going on. That total was a push for me yesterday.
I was watching that with bated breath thinking about you, man.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't go at all as I imagined, so
No.
I can't even be, too upset about it.
That's why I told you we should stay away from the spread. I had no idea how it would play out.
No,
and
you were right.
Went exact opposite.
I'm a Stefanski believer, too. That's kind of worse for the Broncos.
That Stefanski's doing it with Brissett?
No.
Oh.
Well,
that too.
You can frame it that way. Thanks for bringing that up. No, that the Browns won a game. You kind of would have rather the Bengals just go on the run, lock up the number 1 or 2 wild card with the Dolphins, get the Jets out of there, and then you fight it out with teams like the Browns.
Well, people keep on talking about who's going to take the 7th wild card spot in the AFC, and they forget about the Browns, and they're getting Deshaun Watson back in a few weeks. Yeah, the fact that they've been able to, what are they, 3-5 now? The fact that they're still hanging around 500 is massive for them.
Yeah, that's kind of big. Oh, boy. Let's do it. Guess the lines, best day of the week. This is a unique card. Feels like a lot of big road faves, Jake.
Okay.
So I don't know. It might be a sneaky card. There might be a lot of cheese here. And I just went full perception.
Okay.
Just dive right in. So, we can start with this first line. I was afraid that I had seen this first line, the line of the first game. I couldn't have told you who it was until I sat down, but I thought I saw a standard home 3. Then I saw the actual matchup. I'm confident I did not see the line on this. Definitely no home 3.
You'd be surprised, but
yeah, this one is not a home 3 for the 5-1 Houston Texans. Davis Mills train slowing down, huh?
Yeah, and the Tanner McKee train slowing down at Stanford, too.
Oh, boy, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Much like the Andrew Luck train eventually slowed down.
I guess Stanford quarterbacks, the time is gone.
Yeah, I mean, even John Elway, the praise he was receiving 6 years ago is not the same. Not the same.
Yeah.
It's almost like they get old.
Poor Johnny.
It's almost.
Poor Johnny John.
He's all
and
right.
then you have Hurts, the only undefeated team in the NFL. They are just gangbusters, absolute world beaters. In fact, I need to see what they are to win it all right now. It's still the Bills plus 225. Eagles in second at plus 500, though. Niners fourth at plus 1,300.
That's not good for our new draft pick.
I was going to say that's not good for our new draft pick. But so be it. Okay.
Yep.
How do you see this? How do you see this line playing out?
Oh, man. Even though they're on the road, I can't help but think it's got to be a double-digit line at least.
It has to be.
I'm going to go 13.5 to try and edge out those teasers.
Okay. I went 15.5. I think the combo is over 2 tuds. You went under 2 tuds. Yaya, what was it?
Exactly 2 tuds. Minus 14.
Minus 14.
Ooh, is
and
that me?
You get it by a half point.
Wow, let's go.
You get me on the hook. Well
Real quick
done.
on that one. I don't care what the first half line is. Bet it. If it's Eagles minus $1 million, you should bet it because every week this team just scores so many points in the first half and just takes control of games. If it's minus 14, it's got to be what? Minus 6.5, minus 7 for the first half there?
Yeah. Do we kind of love the Eagles? You went under this number. Do you feel like hammering the Eagles at minus 14 or more is a good play?
I mean, those big numbers just make me so nervous
They
in the
do.
NFL.
In the NFL, they're terrifying.
I think that's the side, though.
Especially at 7-0, you worry you're overlooking a Thursday nighter in Houston.
Yep. And the Texans didn't trade Brandon Cooks. They still have him. They got Pierce. I mean, Davis Mills is capable of some decent performances.
He is. And their defense has seemed maybe not terrible. It'll be fun seeing what Stingley can do against those wide receivers.
Yeah, against AJ. That's a huge matchup. Just
Okay.
bet the first half.
Over under on this one, by the way, it's 45.
Okay. Little standard there. I might go over, actually, with the Eagles.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I kind of worry it's going to be a repeat of the Monday nighter we saw yesterday.
No, come on.
No?
No, Texans. I mean, I like the Texans. I think they're starting to build up again, but yeah, not yet.
All right, next one. Big ol', I mean, the vibes on this, man. Peyton versus Brady. Not anymore. Ellinger versus Mac Jones would make for quite the little New Year's Day Fiesta Bowl matchup here. How do you see this one playing out? I don't know what to make of the Patriots.
I don't know.
I think
either.
the Colts are just garbage, but I don't know what to make of the Patriots.
I agree with that. The Colts were 2.5-point dogs last week against Tennessee. The Patriots, I can't find. Oh, they played the Bears. That's right. Were they favored? They were by 8.5.
Yeah.
Using that information, I'm gonna go. Say Patriots minus 5.5.
I'm going Pats minus 7 standard. It's Ellinger. If Matt Ryan was in, it'd be a different conversation, I think.
Who did you get, Jake?
5.5.
Bing, 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 bing. Right on the money. New England, 5.5.
Wow.
Let's go. I just stay away from that one, man. That's not worth it.
I might like the Pats, but I gotta figure this out.
Okay, I mean Belichick against Sam Ellinger that's a tasty matchup right there.
It's tasty. It's very tasty. I would agree. I'm surprised they didn't go bigger on us, honestly. Kind of feel like the Patriots are a hammer away team, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm just buying in a little early. Okay, next one, yeah. Green Bay at Detroit. It's kind of crazy the Packers are still 3-5, that the record isn't significantly worse than that.
Yeah.
And the Lions, they were frisky. They were fun for a while, but they're 1-5. They blow that lead to the Dolphins. Again, like a frisky team, they'll cover the spread. The Lions feel like, without knowing the line, the Lions feel juicy here.
Yes, 100%. We got to be getting close to Jameson Williams coming back too. It's got to be close.
That would be huge. I wonder what the Swift injury is like.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Killing it for him.
He's not on there anymore. He's gone. Interdivision trade. Not often you see that.
Wow. Where did he end up going?
Minnesota.
I'm hoping that helps my fantasy team, dude, because I'm struggling on that.
Yeah,
thing.
that's huge. I missed that one.
Yeah, lots going on today.
Lots going
dude,
on.
Dude, it felt like the NBA trade deadline
really
today.
Great. It was really great. I actually look forward to covering a lot of these trades and the fantasy implications on the fantasy pod tomorrow.
I'm going to go Packers minus 8.5.
Oh, interesting. I went minus 5.5. Let's see how much we love the Lions. Okay. I fear the book is on us, and it's like Packers minus 2.
It is Lions plus 3.5, so it's Packers minus 3.5.
Wow. Oh, okay.
I just knew I was going to get Dre with that one immediately.
Okay.
I thought
Okay, so I get that one. I get on the board. Minus 3.5. I mean, they were on to us.
Yeah.
They were on to us that everyone's going to love the Detroit side.
So do we love the Packers then?
Is that hook enough to keep us in love with the Lions?
It's a line you got to monitor. If it gets to 3 or below 3, then absolutely we take Green Bay. But I don't know, man. I still think, Detroit last week, 3.5-point dogs against the Dolphins. That game ended in a 4-point margin. They are right there. And
they were leading the whole game.
Yeah.
Like as a Lions backer, you felt like you're on the right side for 90% of that one.
Right.
And the over-under on that one, since they're both high-scoring offenses, is 50.
50.
Might take the over there.
Do the Packers do their part? They kind of suck.
They do kind of suck.
The Romeo Dubs, man, that tud against the
Beautiful.
Bills. Oh, my God.
On that note, though, no Lazard. He was out, so you get him back.
Yeah. The Lazard.
They just give Aaron Jones the football, please, God.
He's been on fire.
Throw in the ball, too. Split him out wide. He's your best receiver, probably.
He's by a mile. My note is we love the Lions, don't love the line.
Yes.
Okay. Keep it rolling. Yeah, this might be the,
oh, no.
From a betting perspective, this is the juiciest line.
You know this is
of the year.
Yes.
The shit bowl of the year.
I've already thought about this from every angle. This is the most stay away game you've ever seen.
100%.
Do not touch.
Who loses it first, the Falcons or the Chargers?
Don't put it in a teaser. Don't put the favorite in a money line parlay. Don't do any of that. Just stay away from this one.
Right. This is absolute. The parlay ban of the week is on this one hard.
Yes.
It's an Oregon Derby too with Justin Herbert. And,
yes, Mariota. Very nice. Very nice.
Done.
Yeah. Arthur Smith against Staley. I think two of the dumbest head coaches in the world. Though actually, R.D. Smith kind of turning it around, man.
I'm going to go Falcons -1.
Falcons -1. Love that. I went heavy on perception and said Chargers -4.5. Though, of course, I cannot wait to pounce all over the Dirty Birds. Just hammer the Dirty Birds.
We just said stay away. You're talking about hammering it.
Ryan leaves and Andre just starts betting maniacally on the Falcons.
No. Yeah, they traded Calvin Ridley. Now it's time for me to get my bets in.
It is Chargers -3.
Okay.
I'm staying away. I think if there's a side, you want the Falcons in this, though.
Yeah. What's crazy is they're leading their division, the Falcons are. That offense somehow never passes it, never throws for over 30 attempts. Most of the time never goes for over 20 attempts. And yet the offense is always good for 30 points.
They scored 37 points. Mariota threw it 28 times.
Right, which was by far a season high.
Yes.
And their receiving core is nothing but rookies. Their backfield's nothing but guys you've never heard of before.
Yeah,
their defense is Grady Jarrett, Desmond Trufant, and no one else.
Yet they're better than the Broncos record-wise.
Oh, they're like a frisky team. They're leading their division. They're going into playoffs as a 4 seed right now.
What are the Super Bowl odds on the Falcons?
Yeah, look that up. While you're looking that up.
They should be don't waste your money. It should simply say
how much money do you want to get to DraftKings?
Do not do this. Plus 10,000. Same odds as the Arizona Cardinals, Cleveland Browns, and Las Vegas Raiders. Wow. Surprisingly, that's shorter odds than the Broncos.
How the hell are the Raiders in that group?
Yeah.
At least the Browns are
The
good.
book loves the Raiders. The book loves the Raiders.
They're crazy. We should have seen this Demir Bird revenge game coming, though, on the Falcons. He had that big touchdown, 47-yard catch.
Yeah. We want Atlanta so bad. Feels like a huge stay away. Okay. And that one goes to me, and we're all tied up. Keep it moving. Yeah.
The battle of the New York teams.
Yep. A little New York derby here.
New Jersey versus New York.
Fair enough. I mean, when you're right, you're right.
Correct.
It's the 6-1 Bills against the 5-3 Jets. The book told us both New York teams would lose last week. They sure did. Zach Wilson, you were asking me off air my thoughts. I didn't get into it too much aside from New York being a tough spot. But, man, that interception he threw where he's out the pocket and he's just trying to throw it out of bounds was holy hell, just like horrible, man.
Yeah, really bad. I'm really kind of nervous to dog on him too much, though, just with how much we've seen these quarterbacks in year 3 start to turn it around.
Oh,
so
absolutely. It's early.
Yes. I don't know. I don't want to be too reactionary on it, but, yeah, it's not been good.
First game without Breece Hall, too. Seeing them struggle that hard is not great.
How did James Robinson do? Did he even see the field? Was he active? I didn't see much of this game.
I couldn't tell
He
you.
had 5 carries for 17 yards. That was it.
Yeah,
you got to give him the ball more.
Garrett Wilson went off.
Oh, I loved him. That's my guy.
That was about it.
Let me go.
2 times.
So Bills were 10.5 favorites over Green Bay. That's at home.
Oh, man.
They're on the road.
That's a great barometer. That's a 3-4 team versus a 5-3 team, but I think the book likes the Packers a lot more than the book likes the Jets.
I'm going to run it back. I'm going to say 10.5 by the Bills.
Oh, shit. I said 12.5. I wanted to go extra because I thought to myself, if I go 10.5, I kind of love the Bills.
Right.
Kind of want to hammer the Bills.
Yeah.
So I yanked it up to 12.5. I figured that was tougher.
I mean,
but on the road, I don't know.
Does the book even know what to do with the Jets at this point, though?
Does the book even know who the Jets are?
I think the book is like, oh, you guys want to put money on the Jets? Fire away.
Probably, right.
I'll be cashing those checks.
Maybe that's why they don't make the spread so huge then. What'd you say? You said 12.5?
12.5.
What is it, Yaya?
It is Bills minus 13.
Wow.
Ooh, almost on the money.
And just like that, Dre takes the lead.
By 2 touchdowns, the Bills? Do we like that?
Yeah, we do.
Unless they play
cover
Joe
the spread
Flacco.
huge, man.
Yeah.
Unless they play Joe Flacco and then...
Right, but he was inactive last week. I mean, that's the crazy thing about Zach Wilson is they're right to develop him, and there's no better season than to develop him than this, where it's like you can gain some chemistry with Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson and Tyler Conklin and whatever. The defense is really good. You've actually got a decent team, a winning record. But Flacco and the kind of yards he was throwing it for does feel like the better quarterback.
You got Mike White,
win
too.
This year. Yeah, Mike White. I'm a big fan. Hammer the Bills, I think I'm saying.
I think I agree.
I mean, you're not often are you going to see a 5-3 team as a 13-point dog at home.
Yeah, I don't. That still makes me nervous though. Even though it's the Bills, maybe that's why I like the Bills. Then it makes me a little nervous.
Exactly, makes you uncomfortable. That's what we want. Keep it rolling. Yeah.
Okay, Minnesota. How much do we believe in this team? Close game against the Cardinals. They won by 8.
Kind of not at all. I think they're fraudulent. I think their schedule's crappy. It's great that they added Hawkinson. I don't believe in their defense is what I was telling you. Does seem like the offense is more than just the skill players now, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've figured something out with the O-line, and I think KOC is making an impact on play calling and giving the O-line more chances to succeed, more chances to be balanced.
And he has another weapon in Hawkinson now.
Yeah.
Washington won outright as dogs. What'd you say? Oh.
Yeah, put weapon in quote unquote. He fits that system. He'll be a good blocker. He'll be a good all-around tight end in that offense.
I can't wait for those fantasy points and all those blocking that he does. Let's go. Give me Hawkinson every day of the week.
I don't know what to tell you. We've got Heineke. He's won 2 in a row. I'm pretty certain he's at least covered the spread 2 in a row.
We're outright. They won outright last week.
Yeah, comeback against the Colts and Sam Ehlinger. So, who fired their OC? We didn't mention that when we talked about the Colts.
I didn't know that.
OC, yep.
I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yep. And traded away Nyheim Hines. So, not great.
Yeah.
So they're at home. Their fans actually despise this team, despise the owner, so that's not even a factor. And the fraudulent, maybe Vikings come into town. This was a tough line to say.
Yeah. I'm going to go Vikings minus 6.5.
Ooh, that's a well-set number. I could have gone way more conservative on this, but I went hard on Vikings minus 9. I told you guys, it's a big perception week to me.
It is Vikings minus 3.5.
Wow. What are we missing? Why do we like Washington so much? Why does the book like Washington so much?
Because they have dirt on the owner has dirt on DraftKings, and it's just like Dan Snyder is just
Dan
like
Snyder, that son of a bitch.
Why would the book like the Vikings so much, the Commandos so much?
They are at home, so maybe they are getting the full 3 points in that regard.
Yeah, and the Vikings, in fairness, have a good record, a regular record. ATS, not a great record this year.
Yep. Oh, man.
Shit.
It feels like a trap. I feel like I like the Vikings.
We love the Vikings.
Could it be also because they beat Green Bay at home with Heineke? And then they also beat the Colts. And they gave the Titans a run for their money.
Is Heineke really worth that much, though? I mean, he's fine, but come on. We're basing lines off Tyler Heineke now?
Yeah. You always should, man. It's the tie line.
He does cover. He does cover, but I thought perception would go the other way.
I don't like this.
This one stinks, Jake.
Yeah, not
this
good.
One stinks to high hell.
Maybe you just take the Commanders in? I don't know. That's a stay away from me.
You might just load up on the Commandos. Riverboat, you know something we don't know? You got this down pat? It's also Cousins' revenge.
It is. Wow.
I mean, the team's name was 2 iterations ago.
Right.
They were a racial slur back then, but they then went to football team. They're now the Commandos and use the Waste Management logo. So, lots has changed, but this is his former team. So you've got a little bit of that going on.
I don't like it. I'm not messing with this game.
Okay. I maybe love the Commandos. I don't know. We're figuring it out. DraftKings Sportsbook, the number one sportsbook in all the land, as we take a quick Guess the Lines break. It's football month in America. Day 6 of 27. You still have 21 more to go, but including today, 22, where we get to bet on the action. We get to bet on everything and anything we like football-wise. And right now, with the return of the NBA, new users, there we go, cleared that throat, can sign up, bet $5 and win $200 in free bets when your team wins. That's on NFL Moneyline. I don't know if I mentioned that. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. They've got boost times 1,000, a million different things. Best app in all the land. Our boosted SGP did not hit yesterday.
No. What did we miss on?
We'll try again.
We had Bengals team total over 19.5, I think.
Yep.
That would have got us.
Most of the Burrow props got us.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had them like over 259. Over Tyler Boyd receiving yards got us. Actually, it was just the Bengals total and the Tyler Boyd one.
Yeah, our sacks hit really early.
Wow. 8 picks, 6 of them hit.
By the way,
not bad.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but Joe Burrow is 0-5 in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Whenever he plays in Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned that the Browns had won 7 of the last 8. Now 8 of the last 9. Got to remember that in the rematch in Cincy.
Yep.
Though maybe in the Queen City it goes the other way. However you think that rematch will go or any of these other games, you can win money right now at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only one per new customer, minimum $5 deposit, and wager $200 issued as 8 $25 free bets. Restrictions apply. See terms at DraftKings.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. See show notes for details. All right, Yaya, keep it rolling for us. Panthers at Bengals. Great big cat matchup here. I would take a Bengal Tiger just purely from like a Black Panther in the wild and a Bengal Tiger in the wild. I think the Bengal Tiger has the size.
Is that like them fighting each other, or you get to fight them?
No, them fighting each other.
Okay, what if you had to fight one of them? Who would you fight? I'd take the Panther. They're smaller.
I would take the Panther. They're both great climbers. I believe the Bengal Tiger is less scared of the water of the two.
They're
also
both really good swimmers, by the way.
They're really good swimmers. Also, fun fact, Black Panther, simply a jaguar with black melatonin busting out.
Interesting.
But the spots are there.
Tell that to Marvel.
Under a light, the spots are there. I will tell that to Marvel. I'll get on that as soon as I get off.
Amazing cat conversation right there.
Thank you. I think I'm kind of screwed with either. I would take the Black Panther in hopes that I could distract it by divulging that fun little fact I just did. So, comedy saves all. It's made my career. Why couldn't it save my life as well? Panthers at Bengals. Obviously, an insane game from the Panthers. They just barely lost to the Falcons going to overtime, right?
DJ Moore.
And then the Bengals just got whooped on and will be on a short week. And no Jamar Chase, though.
No Jamar Chase.
For a minute.
Yep. I do worry about this Panthers pass rush.
They're like
the Bengals.
frisky, man. They're frisky.
I can't give the Bengals much here, honestly.
I know, and yet it seemed like they turned the corner. The offense was back.
They had Jamar.
I mean, you cannot discount Jamar's importance.
Yep.
No doubt.
Man, I say 3.5 for the Bengals. That's about as high as I can go.
Jeez. I went 10.5 on the
10.5? There's no way.
I didn't factor in yesterday's game, and I just think, like, public perception, you hammer the Bengals at home. It's a bounce back. It's time to hammer the Bengals.
It is. This is a big bounce back spot for them. I really just worry about that pass rush of Carolina going against.
No, I know.
Man.
How's that line not figured it out? We were just talking about Kevin O'Connell's maybe helped the Vikings line figure some things out. Why is that not happening?
I don't know.
They substitute a really weak right tackle with Lyle Collins.
Why don't they run the ball more either? I don't understand what this offense does.
I don't get that either, no.
Joe Mixon last night.
They have good backs, too, like Samaje Perine, Chris Evans. Yeah, I don't get it.
8 carries, 27 yards last night.
Yeah, no, I mean, and again, like every time Burrow's going back there, he's getting killed.
Yeah, it's brutal. They got to run the ball more. What is this?
It is Bengals minus 7.5.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. I'm away by 3. You're away by 4, right? You said 3.5?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Crazy that I get that one. That's crazy because I overshot that by a mile.
I would take whatever Panthers sack props you can find on that game.
Okay. I'm adding that now. Take Panther sack props. That's a good one. Well done.
Thanks.
Okay. Keep it rolling, you hear. Raiders, Vegas's favorite team, both in actuality as the fan base, because that's the home team of that football team, and the book itself.
I don't think the Raiders are the Vegas favorite team, though.
The book loves them.
Yeah, but actual Vegas hates the Raiders.
Interesting.
This is a yucky game.
Yeah, not a great logo matchup. It's just like, ugh.
Like this game deserves to be played in like the old Oakland Coliseum.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Maybe a bit of rain or something, make it even worse.
Absolutely, it does. Yes.
Would you rather fight a Raider or a Jaguar?
Big time a Raider. Jaguars are amazing. Jaguars go and grab caimans by the neck out of the water, like little crocodiles, and then climb up a tree with it on its jaw. The muscle and jaw strength required to do that.
Some might say that Raiders are more animal than the Jaguars.
Oh,
Party
no doubt. Can you tell that my daughter's really into big cats?
I was gonna say you've been watching the Animal Planet.
we read books about it every night. Man, I love that stuff. We all have tiger shoes in our family. It's amazing.
How much do we think the book reacts to the Raiders getting completely blanked against New Orleans last week? Because they were -1 favorites in that game. And I called that out as soon as we did this last week. That was just fake. That there's no way.
They got embarrassed.
And I think they might be favored in this one again, though.
They kind of
Raiders -2.5.
I said Jags -1 on the home one, and I'm hoping the line Jake gave out is a neutral field line, basically.
It could be a pick 'em.
It is Raiders -2, so Jake got that one.
That's an on the money.
I can't believe that.
What up, Kyle D? GTL.
Thanks to meet Jim 10 and Laundry. Now guess the lines.
Oh, man. I was only thinking it as Jim Tan Laundry. I love this. Wow, you guys, man, making me feel so seen. I love this. Okay, Jake, we've got ourselves a contest. For you. Good for you making this a game. Love this.
That is the most backhanded. Good for you.
Last week was a bit of smoke and mirrors. It was a little close early on. Then Dre pulled out a big lead. I just managed to make it look not as bad as it actually was. So,
I mean, we were just we were both way off the spread. It was just, now it feels like more in line. I can get more notes out of this. That Raiders game, I guess we like the Jags, but we're basically staying away.
Do not touch that one.
That's also a long trip. Vegas to Jacksonville?
Yeah. Is that an 11 a.m. game, too?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, that's swampy.
Interesting. Maybe a spot there.
Yeah, but both of them are long travel. Jacksonville's coming from London.
Oh, yeah. Well. Jacksonville, no bye after the London game. They're just used to it. It's their second home.
Yeah.
Total over-under on that one is 48 by the way.
Feels a little high.
It's a little high. It's all about the Raiders. Raiders are one of the few high-scoring teams in the league.
Imagine adding Devontae Adams and having a worse offense year over year.
And Josh McDaniels, apparently God's gift to man as an offensive play caller.
I have a friend that's a Raiders fan, and I love just giving him shit about Josh McDaniels.
Atta baby. Love that. Okay. There you go. Miami at Chicago. Whew.
I don't even know what to make of Chicago at this point. They had the big win over New England last week.
Right. Fields kind of turned the page. Some big offensive outings the last two games. But the defense, who would have ever thought the defense would allow damn near 50 burger to the Cowboys, right?
4 rushing touchdowns that they allowed.
Not great.
Tony Pollard.
Yeah, Tony Pollard.
Bradley Chubb, our guy now.
Right.
In this one.
Right. Yeah. Right, while the Bears on their hand traded away Quinn and Roquan.
Yep.
And they also got Chase Claypool.
They did.
Finally got a wide receiver.
Yeah, which
not
is,
one I would have gone for.
That's an interesting move.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost staying local, Notre Dame kid.
Yes, good point too. Dolphins -7.5.
Yeah, this is a tie. What's the actual line? We guessed the same exact line.
The actual line is Dolphins -5.
Huh.
Do you guys want to guess the total under-over on this one? So who gets the point on this one?
Sure, it'll be interesting with the Bears.
Yeah.
Uptick the last couple weeks. And
I'm going to go 52.5.
49.5.
44.5.
Wow.
Whoa.
So Dre gets the point on this one. Whenever there's a tie, we're just going to go to totals from now on.
Okay. I mean, we could use that as the tiebreaker for later, too, if it comes into play.
We'll leave it at 4 then as a tie.
Okay, let's
That's interesting, though.
You think that's way low?
I think Miami could get close to doing that themselves. They could put up 35 points.
Right. Right, and if Fields has figured some things out and you've added a little talent.
Yep.
At least that 1-2 punch they've got at running back works, man. And
Herbert's
the O-line
such
doesn't
a
seem
stud.
as destroyed as it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Herbert's fucking sick. Okay. Seattle at Arizona. Geno v. Kyler.
I hate the Cardinals still.
Yep.
They were only 4-point dogs last week. They lost by 8. Seattle, I mean, they beat the mighty New York Giants. I think maybe they get a little bump from that. They were 3-point favorites in that game too.
Yeah.
I do
think the books on that, like the Seahawks, should be taken for real final.
Yeah. I'm going to go Seahawks -6.
I went Seahawks -2. You went way heavier. Let's see if your despise of the Cardinals got you.
You guys are both on the wrong side. It is Cardinals -2.
How?
You guys actually both lose a point for being so off on that.
I'm mind blown right now. How?
No.
Do you guys want to guess the total on it?
Did an injury happen that we're missing?
Okay, we're hammering the Seahawks money line then, right? What are they on the money line, Yaya?
The money line
Plus 135?
for Seahawks is plus 115. So it's kind of a pick 'em. They're
Plus
kind of just like,
yeah.
they just don't want to
Interesting.
commit to it.
That's not long travel. That's not home field. That scares me. It's not like with Hopkins, they've turned some massive corner.
Who do you guys want to guess the total on this?
Sure, I'd assume this one's high. I'd
Yeah.
go 53 on this one.
I would have said 56.
It's 50.5.
Wow.
So that tells you guys might be hammering the over on this one too.
Over in the Seahawks money line. Absolutely love it.
Okay, wow. I'm shocked.
Yeah, that's insane.
How are you not respecting these Seahawks more?
Is
They don't feel like the New York teams, the Vikings, and I'd put the Seahawks in that category. Kind of like I'm on the fence on if you're Fugazi or not. They feel the least Fugazi.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker's emergence.
Oh, holy shit. No, he's actually changed that offense.
Yeah.
He's changed that offense.
Wow. That is very surprising to me.
Yeah, it is. Interesting. Okay. Keep it rolling. Some key last 3 here. We've got
the NFC
this
Championship
one.
game, huh?
Rams, Bucks. Yeah, I know. NFC Championship game, and boy, how far
Or I
removed.
guess this was divisional.
Yeah,
Niners,
you're
Rams.
right. But they faced each other the last 2 playoffs, right? And
pretty
they were
sure.
like epic classics.
Pretty sure.
This is a great study in who's more Fugazi.
Yeah.
Also, what's Cooper Kupp's status?
I don't know.
You got a little
That's
banged
huge.
up. At the end
How
of
many
that.
points do you think he's worth to a spread?
I mean, even like J.J. Watt in his absolute prime was at most worth like 3. Star players are usually around the 1.5, 2 point. So, I mean, I'd say he's a full 2 points worth it.
Has to be. Were the Rams on bye last week? Oh, no, they played the Niners.
Okay, and it says not serious injury expected to play.
Okay. That line closed at a pick'em between the Niners and Rams.
Crazy. They smoked them.
Yeah, the Bucks, they hung in tough against the Ravens. I think the Ravens are a lot better than people are giving them credit for at this point, too.
I really believe in the Ravens if they can figure out the D.
I really don't know what to make of this game, honestly. I think
know.
I'm going to go LA -1.
I wanted to go with the standard home 3, but went with a 2.5 just to hedge a little on Tampa. Tampa 2.5.
That's right on the money. It's Tampa 2.5.
Well done.
You can still tie it up with these last 2 games.
All right.
Stay away that last one. Like, I don't know what to make of those teams. Here, Tennessee at
Yes.
Kansas City. That epic Mariota game to
Yeah.
eliminate him from the wild card. It's kind of where it all started.
That was a great game.
Yeah, and it sounds like Tannehill will be back for this one, which, boy, do they need that. Malik Willis didn't even throw for over 60 yards. Taking on the Chiefs at Arrowhead on Sunday Night Football.
I don't care what this line is. I'm
Tough spot to be
hammering the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Chiefs -. 9.5.
Okay, I said 8.5, and I fear that you'll get me.
He did get you. It is Chiefs minus 12.5.
Whoa.
Wow. I thought about 10, and I thought that might be a bit strong.
This matchup in the past, it feels like the Titans have been frisky. It feels like Derrick Henry and not getting down too big is a perfect recipe to hang in this and cover.
It's got to be that way. I mean, Titans don't really have anyone on the outside. The leading, I mean, it was Malik Willis, but Robert Woods was the leading receiver last week, and he's been very quiet since he's joined the Titans.
Yeah, yep. Not great.
I love the Chiefs in that.
I don't know if they have enough, but I think the Titans are kind of frisky. And yeah, coming into this, I love the Chiefs. So Jake got that one right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if you can tie us up.
All right.
It's Monday Night Football here. Look at that.
Oh, man. Like I just said, I really like Baltimore. I think they're starting to figure it out. Defensively, they still kind of make me nervous.
Yeah. But Saints are a perfect matchup to not make you nervous because it's not the front that scares you. It's the secondary. And actually, they just activated Tyus Bowser and David Ojabo.
Mm-hmm.
So the edge depth should be significantly improved for Baltimore.
I think Baltimore is road favorites in this one. And they are only 2-point favorites.
I said 3-point, and watch out for the Saints on Monday night at home.
Yep.
They always pull off some shit, man.
Dude, that was why I liked them last week against the Raiders. That dome is just...
You were absolutely right.
It's brutal.
No, they have a few home games a year where you just don't see it, and the Saints do some real Saints shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it is Baltimore minus 3.
Okay,
Ooh.
on the money. Who
got it?
Done.
I got it.
Well done.
I got it. Thank you. That was a really good one.
That was good. Now I can look at these lines freely. I'm freed.
Yes, exactly. I know. I can listen to my podcast and stuff.
Yep.
That feels... I love Baltimore as well. The Saints really scare me. Really scare me, man.
Alvin Kamara is really starting to pick up steam.
Yeah.
I've always been kind of an Andy Dalton believer. I like those guys, the Jared Goffs of the world, the Andy Daltons, the guys that are just that baseline.
Mm-hmm.
I think they get disrespected too much. I mean, Dalton's past his prime now, but with Kamara really taking over as their big playmaker, I could see why many people would like the Saints at home in this spot. I don't know. With Lamar and how they're starting to get rolling on the run.
Yeah, injuries are adding up. Rashad Bateman's going to be out a little bit. Gus Edwards keeps getting banged up.
Dobbins went on IR, I think, too.
Uh-huh. So,
But you get those guys back defensively that you talked about.
Yeah, for sure. Which is the area where they need the most help.
Can we bet on a David Ojabo anytime sack? I would love to bet on that.
It'll probably be a minute before that's available. But a Michigan man like yourself would enjoy it.
I would love to hammer that.
You get 3 25% profit boosts on the Mac. So use them wisely. I'm going to use my first one on an over parlay, over 62 Ball State at Kent State, over 60.5 Buffalo at Ohio. That's how we're getting down on day 6 of football month in America there. Tune into some action. Enjoy
Take the Bulls,
that.
by the way.
Yeah?
They're a good team.
Go Bulls?
Go Bulls.
Okay, I love that. There you go. Buffalo Bulls.
The Buffalo Bulls.
Jared Patterson's very
Yep.
own alma mater. Okay.
Khalil Mack.
That's true. Khalil Mack, a more notable name.
Bring us
for
another
some.
draft prospect, Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. Give us some more. We want it. We'll be watching the Maction. We'll find him if he's there. We'll find him.
Yep. We're always watching.
That's going to be it for us. We are always watching. Jake, thanks so much for filling in these last 2 weeks.
Absolutely. It's been a blast.
Jake not only doing Buffs football, but now beginning to not turn the page. He gets to open the page on basketball as well. So you don't want to miss anything that he's doing at DNVR Buffs. Enjoy some action. Best of luck with all your bets. We out.